Dear students, welcome back to the play A Sunny Morning, Part 3. He says that the young man took refuge in his house because of the fearful consequence of the duel with a person highly regarded in that locality. From his house, he said he went to Seville and then he came to Madrid. After coming there, he wrote letters to Laura, even in the verses, but they were intercepted by her parents. Those letters did not reach Laura. She did not answer him. Then Gonzalo, in despair, thought that his love is lost forever and he joined the army. He went to Africa and there in a trench met a glorious death, grasping the flag of Spain and whispering the name of his beloved Laura. As Laura was listening to this story, she knew that it is a false story, and she said it aside what an atrocious lie, because she was knowing that sitting beside her was Don Gonzalo. Gonzalo aside, he thought that Laura did not understand that he is Gonzalo, and he said that I could not have killed myself so gloriously. He thought she did not know, but she has already known that it is Gonzalo who is sitting beside her. Then Gonzalo, in return, told Laura that might be Laura was chasing butterflies in the gardens, indifferent to regret. For the Gonzalo's comments on Laura, Laura said that her friend was not that way. She said that even if it was a woman's way, Silver Maiden was not of that disposition. My friend awaited news for days, months, and years. She said she awaited news, but as no letter came, one afternoon, just at sunset, as the first stars were appearing, she was seen to leave the house and with quickening steps went her way towards the beach where her beloved had risked his life. She wrote his name on the sand and then sat down upon a rock, her gaze fixed upon the horizon. The waves murmured their eternal threnody and slowly crept up to the rock where the maiden sat. The tide rose with a boom and swept her out to the sea. She sat on the rock. She did not understand. She was fully immersed in the Gonzalo's love, and the tide came towards her and took her away into the sea. And it was the end of Laura. Gonzalo was hearing to the story of Laura. He was surprised, and later she said that the fishermen on that shore who often tell the story that long time before the waves washed away, then the name was written. The name that was written on the sand had been washed away, and he said that, and she said in at side to the audience that she could not have decorated her funeral in this way. Gonzalo was knowing about the story which she said was false, and he says that she lies worse than I do. Then he realized that whatever story he had said about himself and the story what Laura said, Laura's story had more intensity in it. Then I will not tell. Then he said further that he is not going to tell the reveal about his identity. Don Gonzalo and Donna Laura tried to impress each other and decided to hide their identity, but they failed to do so, and they themselves confirmed their identity. Yet it was not expressed by any one of them. Thus, the play brings out the predicament of Gonzalo and Laura. The dramatist comically presents this plot with full of witty remarks and within a short period of 3 months, Gonzalo ran away with a ballet dancer to Paris and forgot Laura. Now, let us see why they were not ready to reveal their identity. Because of these reasons, there are two reasons. There are actually two reasons from Gonzalo's side and two reasons from Laura's side. For that, why they did not wanted to reveal their identity. One reason for that was Gonzalo ran away with the ballet dancer to the Paris and forgot Laura. After 2 years, Laura also married somebody. At the age of 70, they are meeting each other unexpectedly. Though time has taken away their youthful beauty and strength, their love for each other is still the same. It is evident in the incident of Gonzalo and Laura. Though Laura did not reveal her identity, she said that here you and I, Laura and Gonzalo, they are completely strangers. They met by chance discussing the romance of the old friends of long ago. She also said that they have been conversing as if they were the old friends. Their love for each other was still the same. Though they met there unexpectedly, they did not wanted to lose it now. So when Laura turned her back, he said for himself that he will not reveal his identity because now he has become Gottesque. This is the second reason why he did not wanted to reveal his identity. He says that he has become Gottesque now, and better she recalls the gallant horseman who passed daily beneath her window tossing flowers. He wanted her to remember him as the gallant horseman. He did not wanted her to see in her in that condition that he has become very old. And for Donna Laura also, as is the same, when Gonzalo turned his back, she said that she has sadly changed now, and it is better that he should remember her as the black eyed girl tossing flowers as he passed among the roses in the garden. And she says that she did not wanted him to remember her as this old lady. Now she has become very old, and she did not wanted Gonzalo to remember her as the old one. She wanted him to remember her as the silver maiden. They love each other, and even now they wanted to continue their relationship. So they promised to meet tomorrow, the next day, on the same in the same park. And Gonzalo also promised that he will not scare away the birds, and also said that few he will bring few breadcrumbs. Meanwhile, Petra entered with the bunch of violets in her hands. Laura thought that the bunch of violets were given by the guard to Petra, but Petra said that the guard had given these violets to Laura. She thanked God for these beautiful violets as they were very fragrant also. As she was taking the violets from her maid's hand, the few loose ones fell on the ground. Gonzalo was very happy that he met Laura on that day, and he says that it was a great honor and great pleasure that he has met Laura. Laura was also very happy, and she also said that it was a pleasure to her also. They bid goodbye until the next day, because next day also they had promised to meet if it was sunny morning. And he also said that he will come and sit on her bench if she does not object. Laura said that that bench was at his disposal because she was happy that they met each other once again. They bid goodbye to each other, and they went away. As they were going, Laura was supported by her maid, and Juneto Gonzalo was supported by his servant Juneto. Then, as with a great trembling, with a great effort, he stops to pick up the violets that were dropped by Laura. As he was picking the flowers, Laura turns her head towards him and surprises him picking up the flowers. They both looked at each other when he was picking the flowers. They smiled once more as if they were again at the window and he below in the rose garden, and then they disappear upon the arms of the servants. Now they were very sure that it was Gonzalo and Laura. They bid farewell and they went. But now, when they looked at each other, they were very sure that it was Gonzalo and Laura only. This play brings out the predicament of Gonzalo and Laura and the playwright comically presents the plot with full of witty remarks and happy. The play ends with the hope of their meeting next morning. Hope you liked this video. Thank you, students. Have a nice day.